Hey guys, John from SDGC here, and I want to welcome you all to the first edition of The Lamppost, which is basically me taking 4 or 5 minutes every day to talk about whatever gaming-related beef I might have going on at that particular moment. Providing daily gaming content is something I've wanted to do for some time now, and I'm finally at a place where I can start doing that. So hopefully this is something you guys will enjoy and keep coming back for. At least that's what I'd like to see. For my very first Lamppost, I wanted to talk about so-called hacker collectives and the dangers of giving them the attention that they so desperately crave. Now, if you're like me and you keep up with gaming news at all, I'm sure you've heard of the teenagers calling themselves Phantom Squad and their vow to bring down Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network on Christmas Day to last for a week. And, of course, these attacks never happened at all. Nothing materialized. Xbox Live experienced a few intermittent issues, but there's no evidence this was caused by a DDoS attack, and in my opinion was most likely due to an influx of new users to the service opening up their new Xboxes on Christmas Day. Phantom Squad did take credit for the security issue Steam experienced, but this was attributed by Valve to a cache issue and not any kind of malicious attack. In short, Phantom Squad proved themselves to be nothing more than what I and other level-headed people knew them to be, a group of teens looking for attention. They always are. But don't tell the media that. Reading media outlets from IGN to Kotaku to Polygon to CNN and even Time Magazine, you'd think these guys were career cybercriminals lifted right out of fucking Watch Dogs. But they're not. DDoSing something is to hacking what grilling hamburgers is to hacking. Fucking nothing. DDoSing an internet service does not a hacker make. When the PSN was breached in 2011, that was a hack. Credit card information was stolen. Passwords were collected. Personal data was compromised. What happened to Target last year? That was a hack. Again, credit card data was stolen and people's personal info was put at risk. What happened with the federal government's Office of Personnel Management this year? That was a hack. People's entire digital identities were stolen. Pulling this shit off takes skill, training, coordination, and months, if not years of work. That's not what Lizard Squad or Phantom Dicks or Derp Trolls or whomever does. A DDoS is the digital equivalent of a hiccup. This is a plea to, look, this here is a plea to gaming journos, gaming websites, and the broader media. Stop calling these idiots hacking collectives. They're not. The Lizard Squad didn't hack a thing last year. They simply overloaded gaming servers with traffic based on a program they copied from another group. Another thing we're losing sight of is this. The goal for these idiots isn't actually DDoSing anything. It's an attention getter, and we, as the gaming community, are just as to blame as the media is. We reply to and retweet their cyber threats, we call them names, we denigrate them on NeoGAF and other forums, and in doing so, we ourselves provide them the very lifeblood that keeps them running. If we really want to rid ourselves of them, we need to just ignore them. That's right, ignore. And why do I say ignore? Because we share a weird symbiotic relationship with these people. They need us to survive. They need the media to survive, and we give it to them. When an individual does something for recognition and continually receives none, what happens? He eventually stops. Because if it's sooner or later, it's just not worth his time anymore. Look at what happened to Lizard Squad. They turned out to be teens, of course. Most were arrested, and the ones who remain don't do anything, because nobody gives a shit about them anymore. Now, will the gaming community and the media ever do this? Will we ever stop giving these people the attention they so desperately crave? No, of course not. It's a pipe dream. But it's one that I enjoy dreaming about nonetheless. So that does it for this first edition of The Lamppost. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to let us know what you think about how we're doing. Comment, rate, subscribe, and follow us all on Twitter. Our handles are embedded right at the end of this video. Until tomorrow, guys, keep on gaming.